is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a gold update video here in regards to the month of February 2024, now that we're wrapping things up as well. If you guys haven't checked out my earlier videos, I've been doing this ever since late last year, just to track, how much gold are we actually earning in the game free to play, based on the activities that are ongoing, but as well what the input and outputs are, and reconciling that back. It's going to help give us an understanding of what the monthly income is coming in, and as well, having this information is great, especially for myself, where I'm free to play. I try to min-max everything I can. Having this understanding helps me plan my resources, how much spending to do, how much I can invest in my teams and characters, but as well, knowing that we're still creating a reserve and a balance, so that way we do have the opportunity to pivot for events such as new legendary characters, new teams getting released. So definitely going to share that all with you. But first and foremost, what I like to always do as well is give you a quick recap in the last couple of months of activity. So first and foremost here, December 2023 recap here, as you can see, it was overall a pretty chill month. And this one, we did complete all the strike pass and battle pass bonuses there, in addition to opening all the gold orbs. So that way we can compare apples to apples. But if we're taking a look at here and just reconciling back to what happened, we essentially started with 4.5 million gold in November. And then we ended up with 45.7. The difference of everything that happened in the month, which included the war reward that came in at the end of the month at 13 million, as well as the average spending that I did per month was 2.7, giving us a totality here of 137 million in earned gold total. So it's an important number because, obviously with December, it was actually in a month that we didn't have too many things going on. It was really about building our balance and our resources, which was nice. But overall, our gold balance from November to December actually increased by 54 million. And we spent about 83 million because it was, again, that 2.7 million average. So nice to see that we can balance out some spending, but as well still increase our gold balance reserve. And again, nothing crazy that month. I don't believe there was any new characters. It was really near the end of the month where we saw the release and them mentioning both HIVE-MIND and the Extreme X-Men team. More on that in the next month. So to kick things off here, January 2024, obviously a very, very interesting month. There was tons of activity going on, but Extreme X-Men team was fully released. And what I wanted to try out for myself personally was I actually did skip all the campaign nodes. I hoarded energy because there was obviously data mines that there was going to be a triple, quadruple experience day. So I took this as an opportunity to save up my campaign, but I also saw this impact my gold slightly, which creates a very unique situation here for us to analyze, right? But as well, I still opened up every gold orb that I did achieve, so that way it can still create that apples to apples comparison from the last month. And as well, let me go through the numbers as well. So we ended up with 58.7 on December 30th, and we actually increased all the way to 91.9 by the time it was said and done on January 30th. But what we do need to account for is 18 million gold was actually spent from January 15th to the 17th on my Extreme X-Men team. I was really focused on making out some raid guide videos to go through and help you folks out for Incursion 2. And as well, we still kept our monthly average, right? The 2.77 per day spending. But obviously, we're going to back out the 3 days above that were utilized for the investment into Extreme X-Men, giving us a total here of 129 million for the month of January. And again, if we compare it back to last month, right, the gold balance here actually still increased by 33 million, slightly decreased from the last month because more gold was actually spent, as you can see, being the 96 million here, additional output going to the Extreme X-Men for those raid teams. But yeah, exciting times. It was great to see that our balance still increased while also obviously investing in a value team like Extreme X-Men and getting them through the raids. Obviously valuable, but great to see how this is going to be impacting us going forward when new characters and teams come about. It's going to be very interesting once I analyze this with legendary events and teams that we're going to be building up, especially now that we know the out of time team is the next legendary required team, and as well, maybe there's going to be a secondary team that we need to consider for the participation of that legendary event in the future. But I'll definitely keep you guys up to date, but this is a nice little recap for both December and January, which now segues into the month of February. And my goodness, there was just a lot of activity. I put the numbers together and I was very, very astonished by our findings, guys. So here it is right here. February 2024 update. My goodness. Let's first break down what happened in the month, and then we'll go through the numbers. But first and foremost, we have the HIVE-MIND team getting released. We had the release of Black Knight, and I did actually, start spending campaign energy once again to maximize the strike and battle passes. They were really good rewards that I wanted to take advantage of, especially with Extreme X-Men character shards and as well as HIVE-MIND. But I also want to point out there was an additional infusion of gold in the monthly milestone for February, so it's going to account for some of the increase that we see here. But overall, we actually earned 151 million in gold total, and I'm going to run through the numbers with you guys in a bit here. But overall, our gold balance still increased by 23 million, even though we spent 130 million gold, which is astonishing, right? I mean, 130 million gold spent when you compare that to 96 in January and 83 in December being conservative months. It's pretty crazy to see these numbers and still see our gold balance increase in time. So overall, I'm very happy with how the gold economy is in the game right now, because it seems like slowly but surely they're adding a little bit of more gold as time progresses, which is great for us, because obviously being in the end game and we have the multitude of different characters and teams to invest in, this is the trend that we want to see for sure. Now, let me walk you through the numbers. We had that 91.9 million ending on January 30th, but I did back out the 2 mega gold orbs that were accounted for, where I earned 1 million a piece. I wish I could have got a better drop, but it is what it is. I wanted to take that out of the math here because of the fact that it's kind of a one-time instance, right? It's rare that you get these mega gold orbs, so I definitely wanted to back that out. And then compared that back to my February 28 balance, which is 115 million gold, screenshot below for reference. Right now, here comes the more tricky math, because we actually had so much going on this month that we got to add all this back to actually calculate how much gold was earned, which was at 151 million, right? Race to the top, I wanted to at least get the first milestone so I can get one of the gold orbs, which was opened already. So that was 5 days where I spent 6 million gold. 30 million gold spent just to get all those characters to 96 and 97 so I can hit that first milestone. My goodness. So that cost a lot. HIVE-MIND, we had 3 days kind of similar to where we invested in Extreme X-Men. I did the same thing for my HIVE-MIND team to make some incursion raid videos. So that cost another 18 million. And then finally, when Black Knight released, I went for the chance of the 6,000 cores RNG of opening him through orbs, and then after that I blew him all the way to level 95, so that way I can actually use him in the arena meta, and that cost me 24 million for that 1 day. So 5 days relating to Race to the Top, 3 days for HIVE-MIND, and the 1 day in Black Knight equals 9 days. We need to take the 9 days out of the 29 days available in February, which then we can calculate the 2.77 million per average day that I utilize, and that gives you in totality here 151 million gold spent. Now, one thing to be mindful here of that I need to point out is that in February I started using the campaign energy that was originally just hoarded and not used at all for January. So remember, I skipped the campaign nodes, which means I also didn't participate in the strike pass. This essentially, the gold savings that I didn't earn here essentially transferred over here, so it does explain some of the increase, but as well, my point here, right? 8 million gold actually came from the February monthly milestone. So technically I should have earned close to 143 million, but that extra 8 million that was unaccounted for in the monthly milestone helped boost us. So it's nice if they keep this going forward. This could likely increase our average from what we seen previously, 130 to 140 million per month to 150 million per month. So something to be mindful of. Obviously it could be a one-time instance, but it's gonna be interesting if they keep this going forward, because obviously I like the trend. If our gold economy is getting better, it means there's more opportunities. Like I said, like I had a chance to actually invest in HIVE-MIND and bring my Black Knight all the way to gear tier 18, level 95, all in the same month, and I still was positive in my gold balance. As you can see, 115 million and growing. So I'm really liking the trend of this game. I'm really liking how they've improved this, and now the numbers actually do math out accordingly, and it's good proof to see. Especially, remember, this is all free to play. This is assuming you're not spending on the strike or battle pass for the additional gold output that you're getting added into your account. So definitely awesome to see as a free to play player, and as well for the community. So guys, in summary, we're typically earning around 140 million gold per month free to play, especially based on the last 3 to 4 months that I've been analyzing this. But even if you're spending 100 million gold per month, then that means our safe medium hotspot should be spending gold between 2.7 to 3.3 million, and it's still going to actually increase our gold balance based on the analysis that I did. So this is really promising for the game, but as well for the community. And remember, this is all about budgeting, because this is a management resource game, and by having this kind of flexibility, it's going to allow us to thrive and pivot when there are new legendary characters coming into the game, when there's new events coming, such as the one we have right now with Sword Satellite and the unlock here at Black Knight. Obviously a great opportunity, but it's great to see this kind of infusion of gold. It's definitely improving, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and this quick recap here of the gold economy right now in the game. I 100% plan to keep doing this going forward, because I want to see how this is going to shape up once those legendary events come up, and especially if there's going to be relevant teams and new meta teams reshaping the meta that we see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know anything in the comments below, and thank you for your time as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one.